Hey there, welcome to Here's What I Learned. I'm Jackie Hayes, a systems strategist, unapologetic, smutty romantasy lover, Dungeons & Dragons geek, and your no BS guide to building a business that works for you. This is the place where we swap stories, share lessons, and get real about the highs and lows of creating a life and business that actually feels good. No cookie cutter advice here, just honest conversations about what's working, what's not, and how to rewrite the rules to fit your version of success. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfy, and let's dive in. Hey, welcome to another episode of Here's What I Learned. If business feels quieter right now, more space, fewer deadlines, you're not alone. And you're not doing it wrong. Slow seasons can feel like a gift and a disruption. You finally have time to look at your business, but the question becomes, what now? This episode is for that moment. We're not talking about scaling, overhauling, or optimizing your downtime. This is about noticing what's already there and gently building on it. No pressure, no 3-step plans, just a few thoughtful shifts I've seen help solopreneurs like you move through slower seasons with clarity and without turning themselves into a productivity project. So let's get started. If you've done something more than once in your business, it's a system. Even if you never wrote it down, even if it changes every time, even if you cobbled it together on the fly when things were busy and just kept doing it. The structure already exists, it just may not be working for you yet. For generators and mani-gens especially, this might look like following what felt good in the moment, but now you're left with a workflow that doesn't quite align anymore. And if you're neurodivergent, holding too many pieces in your head can quietly drain you even if you're good at it. So pause and ask, what am I keeping going with memory alone? And what's the smallest adjustment that would give this more stability? Not a full rebuild, just a soft realignment. There's often a moment, maybe every week, where things slow down, where you avoid a task, or hit a weird friction point. And the instinct is often to assume you're the problem, that you're stuck, or undisciplined, or inconsistent. But usually, it's a missing piece of structure, a decision that's being asked over and over again. Projectors and reflectors often feel this deeply. Repeating something that doesn't feel aligned is exhausting. But even for non-HD folks, it's the repetition, without clarity, that wears you out. What if instead of fixing it, you slowed it down and watched it? Where do you hesitate? What exactly is missing there? Build a default path, not a rule. Just a way forward when your energy dips and your brain is foggy. For neurodivergent solopreneurs, even a 3-step starter path, like when I'm stuck on this thing, I first try X, then I check Y. If I'm still stuck, I do Z, or I pause. Can take a task from overwhelming to doable. It's not about solving everything, it's about offering yourself scaffolding. There's a lot of pressure to have morning routines and CEO days and perfectly color-coded calendars. I'm guilty of the last one. But here's the thing. Routines are rigid. Rhythms are honest. If you're a manifester, you probably already resist routines. If you're a generator or mani-gen, rhythm can keep you anchored without forcing you into sameness. And for anyone whose executive function varies day to day, a rigid routine might actually be the thing that breaks momentum, not builds it. So instead of trying to perfect your schedule, ask what pattern already exists here and what would support it, not override it. Maybe it's not time blocking, it's energy matching. Maybe it's not themed days, it's one daily anchor. Test one rhythm, one, and name it like a reminder, not a rule. For example, right now I'm trying to start the day with one thing I know I can finish. Afternoons are for admin, only if I have the energy. And no new tasks after 2 p.m. unless it lights me up. Flexible structure is still structure. and sometimes it's exactly what gets you through the fog. Let's talk about everybody's favorite, boundaries, especially in a season where it might feel like opportunities are scarce and you're worried about saying no to the wrong thing. In quiet times, it's tempting to say yes to everything. But here's the thing. Boundaries don't have to sound like barricades. You can be firm and still warm, clear and still collaborative. One of the phrases I return to is, "That's not something I can take on right now, but here's what I can offer." If you're someone with an open emotional center, or just someone who tends to over-explain, hello, you don't have to defend your capacity. Just name it, trust it. And if you're a generator, this is where following your gut response, not your guilt reflex, can change the way you set up your business entirely. Here's a reframe. Your offers aren't set in stone. The way you deliver your work can evolve, not because you need to give more, but because you deserve to deliver in a way that feels good to you. Start by asking 2 questions. Which part of my offer do I rush, dread, or avoid? What am I doing because I think I should? This applies to everyone, but is especially powerful for projectors and neurodivergent solopreneurs. If something in your offer drains you every single time, it's not a sustainable offer. Try subtracting one thing, even temporarily, even just as an experiment. You can always add it back, but you might not need to. Last thing, when your capacity drops, what holds your business together? I'm not talking about the perfect ClickUp board, although I'm trying to create one, or 14-step automation. I'm talking about the bare minimum. What needs to happen even when you're at 60%? Maybe it's one client check-in. Maybe it's sending one newsletter a month. Maybe it's logging into your invoicing system once a week. Name it, make it visible. Write it down in the way you access information best. Visual board, checklist, voice memo, doesn't matter. This is your business safety net, not a system to control you, but one to support you. And for reflectors especially, the ability to notice what's truly essential each cycle helps you stay grounded, not scattered. That's it. You don't need to do everything differently. You don't need to overhaul your offers or rewrite your systems overnight. But if something here sparked recognition, pause with it, test it, follow your strategy and authority, move gently. Slow seasons don't mean you're failing. They mean you finally have space to shape the business that holds you. Let's build with that kind of care. Talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out with me on Here's What I Learned. If today's episode gave you an aha moment, a laugh, or something to think about, make sure you're subscribed to my email list. That's where I share even more tips, stories, and behind-the-scenes insights to help you simplify and thrive. And remember, you get to do business and life your way. Until next time, keep experimenting, keep simplifying, and keep learning.